I'm Nancy Leader on the Zeta Report.
That Planet X, also known as Nibiru, is close by is becoming undeniable. It's not just the signs in the skies, it's the violent wobble, the back and forth push of the Earth. When NASA is finally forced to admit it's real, forced by Obama to do so, who will you trust for the truth? There will be a plethora of voices clamoring for the stage and claiming they were right all along, or announcing themselves as experts on the subject. But if they failed to tell you the truth before, lied to you in fact, then why should you trust them? There is one clear path to the truth, and that is the path that was laid by Zeta Talk. Zeta Talk, and only Zeta Talk, stated in 1995 that Planet X, also known as Nibiru, was real and was about to make yet another passage through the solar system. Zeta Talk, and only Zeta Talk, predicted the Earth wobble, currently creating havoc with our weather and causing the sunrise and sunset to be out of place. Zeta Talk has the accuracy track record on all fronts, where others do not. Zeta Talk stated from the start that Planet X, Nibiru, would come in from the direction of Orion, arriving in 2003, and it did, right on schedule and right as predicted. No others were predicting this arrival at the time, going into 2003, though others have acknowledged its arrival since 2003. Others who have recognized the validity of Zeta Talk should only be trusted to the degree that they quote and give credit to Zeta Talk. Those who try to plagiarize Zeta Talk and grab the stage are usually like an ember flying out from a fire, dying quickly. But why trust a plagiarist when the real thing is at hand, Zeta Talk? Some have asserted that Planet X, Nibiru, was real, but is out in the universe somewhere unknown. They often have a distinct profit motive, selling survival gear. Oddly enough, they're not attacked by NASA, by name, as Nancy Leader has been repeatedly. Why are these guys exempt? Examples of the latter are James McCaney, John Moore, Marshall Masters of Yowza, and Jason Martell of X-Fax. Now it gets confusing, as there was indeed a national security directive on this matter, issued by President Reagan and only recently lifted by President Obama.
In 1983, JPL's infrared scope was sent aloft
and discovered Planet X, Nibiru, inbound from the direction of Orion. This hit the front page of the Washington Post on December 31st, 1983, and then the cover-up began. The executive order from Reagan was palpable, though sealed and secret. The most vocal group along this path are the paid debunkers, those who announce Zeta Talk with insults and lies, denying the public the truth. They were not covered under the National Security Directive, so like Nancy Leader and others telling the truth, could have chosen a different path. Why would you continue to listen to them now that the truth is out? Examples of those denigrating the truth-tellers and misdirecting the public are John DiNardo, Mitch Batros, David Booth, i.e. Saoirse Fall, Stan Deyo, Alvin Conway of the Extinction Protocol, Donnie Gilson, a.k.a. 32 Degrees of Insanity, Michael Janich, a.k.a. Dutch Sneeze, Carrie Cassidy of Project Camelot, Laura Knight-Janax of the Cassiopeans, and Dr. Astro, also known as Astronut, on Godlike Productions. Then there are those who were covered under the National Security Directive but took an active role in debunking the truth. Was this necessary? Some of these individuals may attempt to be spokespersons for the truth when the truth is known. But if they so actively chose to lie before, why should you give them an ear? Examples in this category are David Morrison of NASA, Don Youmans of JPL, Phil Plait of Bad Astronomy, Neil deGrasse Tyson, the astronomer, Michio Kaku, the physicist, Anthony Watts, the meteorologist, and Major Ed Dames, former CIA remote viewer. There are examples also of individuals who would certainly be covered under national security directives about Nibiru and the alien presence, but they were brave enough to speak the truth. Specifically, Bob Dean, retired U.S. Command Sergeant Major, on the lecture tour, trying to blow the cover on the alien presence, but also asserting that Nibiru is very real. Author Ann Ellers, assistant to renowned astrophysicist Dr. J. Allen Hynek, who was assigned to Project Blue Book. She was likely told to keep her mouth shut also, but has bravely done the opposite. Of those who were restricted by the National Security Directive issued by President Reagan and renewed by presidents since, include President Obama, who has now decided the public has a right to know. So when you look skyward, either with filters or without, and see undeniable signs that Nibiru is indeed real and near the sun, and that this has been the case for years, and understand the import of the lies you have been fed, remember where you can get the truth going forward, not from those who have lied to you, but from Zeta Talk.
Until next time on the Zeta Report, this is Nancy Leader.